This is lesson 555. This is a spelling dictation lesson where I will dictate sentences that will contain teams that you see on this screen. AUGH represents the sound aw in caught. EIGH represents the sound A as in ate. EA as a vowel group 6 team represents the short E sound as in bread. IGH represents the sound I as in high. OU, when double underlined, is representing the sound which is the short U sound, as in the word famous. AR, when double underlined, represents the sound or, as in warm. When AR is preceded by the sound w, AR often represents the sound or. OR also has a second sound when it is preceded by the sound w, as in the word work. When OR represents its second sound you double underline it. Now let's look at all of the vowel group 4 and 6 teams that we have worked with thus far in the program. AI, a, rain. AY, a, pray. AUGH, aw, caught. EA has two sounds it can represent, E as in eat and as in bread. When EA represents the E sound, it's a vowel group 4 team. When it represents the short E sound, as in bread, it's a vowel group 6 team. EE represents the sound E as in C. EI can represent one of two sounds. In the word ceiling, EI is representing the long E sound. Thus, it's a vowel group 4 team. But in the word veil, EI is representing the long A sound. And in that word, it's a vowel group 6 team. EIGH is a 4-letter vowel team representing the long A sound as in 8. EY can represent one of two sounds. In the word key, EY is representing the long E sound. That is a vowel group 4 team. In the word they, EY is representing the long A sound. There it is a vowel group 6 team. IE also can have two sounds. In the word pie, I is representing its long sound. It's a vowel group 4 team. In the word field, IE is representing the long E sound, and there it becomes a vowel group 6 team. IGH is a 3-letter vowel team representing the long I sound, as in the word high. OA represents the sound O, as in oak. OE represents the sound O, as in toe. OW represents the sound O, as in low. OU can represent one of two sounds, ow, as in the word out, and there it's one line under the OU, and it is a vowel group 6 team. In the word famous, OU is representing the short U sound, and in that instance, double underline OU and put a 6 under it. That's the second sound OU represents as a vowel group 6 team, and that sound is UE can represent one of two sounds. In the word Q, it represents the first long sound of U. We underline UE one time and put a 4 under it. In the word do, UE is representing the second long sound of U, oo. So there we double underline the team and put a 4 under it. Finally, UI always will represent the second long sound of U, which is oo. Double underline UI when you encounter it and put a 4 under it because it is a vowel group 4 team. Let's look at the vowel group 5 teams we've learned thus far. AR represents the sound R in car, but it also represents a second sound or, as in the word warm. When AR is preceded by the sound W, it will oftentimes represent its second sound, in which case we double underline AR. ER, EAR, IR, and UR all represent the same sound as in her, heard, bird, and hurl. OR can represent one of two sounds, or in corn, in which case OR would be underlined one time, and in the word worm, OR is representing the sound which is the second sound OR can represent, so we double underline OR in that instance. OR will oftentimes represent its second sound when it is preceded by the sound W. We begin dictation of the 10 sentences now, starting with sentence 1. Do not put any freight in the sleigh, or I will be suspicious. Do not put any freight in the sleigh, or I will be suspicious. Do not put any freight, 4 sounds, f, r, a, t, freight, in the sleigh, 3 sounds, s, ul, a, sleigh, or I will be suspicious, 3 syllables, first syllable, sus, 3 sounds, s, s, p, 2 sounds, p, I, shus, 3 sounds, sh, s, suspicious. Do not put any freight on the sleigh, or I will be suspicious. Now, I want you to pause the video here and mark the words we just focused upon, and you want to identify any vowel teams, consonant teams, letters representing second sounds, silent E's in words. Divide the word into syllables and apply the appropriate syllable rule number above the word. Finally, under the vowel sounds in the word, associate vowel group numbers with each of the vowel sounds. When you've completed doing that, advance the video. Do not put any freight on the sleigh, or I will be suspicious. Sentence 2. The delightful girl in the sweater has an infectious laugh. The delightful girl in the sweater has an infectious laugh. The delightful, 3 syllables, first syllable D, 2 sounds, D, E. Light, 3 sounds, ul, I, t. Full, 3 sounds, f, ul. Delightful, girl in the sweater, 2 syllables, first syllable swea, 3 sounds, s, w, e. Ter, 2 sounds, t, sweater. Has an infectious, 3 syllables, first syllable in, 2 sounds, I, n. Feck, 3 sounds, f, e, k. Shus, 3 sounds, sh, s. Infectious. Laugh, 1 syllable, 3 sounds. First sound ul, second and third sounds af. Laugh. The delightful girl in the sweater has an infectious laugh. Pause the video and mark the words in this sentence and then advance the video. The delightful girl in the sweater has an infectious laugh. Now, look at the word laugh. You'll notice AUGH is a 4-letter team. It's a vowel group 6 team representing the sound all, normally. But in this word, AUGH is representing the sound af, the short A sound followed by the F sound. Well, that's not a sound AUGH represents normally. When we encounter a letter or letter team representing a sound it normally does not represent, we put an X under that letter or letter team. Thus, we put an X under AUGH in the word laugh. Sentence 3. Your threat is a heavy, weighty matter fraught with fright. Your threat is a heavy, weighty matter fraught with fright. Your threat, one syllable, 4 sounds. R, E, T. Threat is a heavy, 2 syllables. First syllable, he, 2 sounds. H, E. V, 2 sounds. V, E. Heavy, weighty, 2 syllables. First syllable, way, 2 sounds. W, A. T, 2 sounds. T, E. Weighty. Matter, fraught, 1 syllable, 4 sounds. F, R, A, T. Fraught with fright. 1 syllable, 4 sounds. F, R, I, T. Fright. Your threat is a heavy, weighty matter fraught with fright. Mark the words in this sentence. Your threat is a heavy, weighty matter fraught with fright. Sentence 4. My neighbor has a cousin who lives in the country. My neighbor has a cousin who lives in the country. My neighbor, 2 syllables. First syllable, nay, 2 sounds. N, A. Bore, 2 sounds. B, or. Neighbor has a cousin, 2 syllables. First syllable, k, 2 sounds. K, Zin, 3 sounds. Z, I, N. Cousin who lives in the country. Country, 2 syllables. First syllable, kun, 3 sounds. K, N. Tree, 3 sounds. T, R, E. Country. My neighbor has a cousin who lives in the country. Mark the words in this sentence. My neighbor has a cousin who lives in the country. Sentence 5. The ambitious warden was tenacious and stealthy. The ambitious warden was tenacious and stealthy. The ambitious, 3 syllables. First syllable, am, 2 sounds. A, B, 2 sounds. B, I. Shus, 3 sounds. Sh, s. Ambitious. Warden. Now for spelling, pronounce it warden. 2 syllables. First syllable, war, 2 sounds. W, or. Den, 3 sounds. D, E, N. Warden. Was a tenacious, 3 syllables. First syllable, te, 2 sounds. T, E. Nay, 2 sounds. N, A. Shus, 3 sounds. Sh, s. Tenacious. And stealthy. 2 syllables. First syllable, stel, 4 sounds. S, t, e, ul. 2 sounds. F, e. Stealthy. The ambitious warden was tenacious and stealthy. Mark the words in this sentence. The ambitious warden was tenacious and stealthy. Sentence 6. The joyous, glamorous, vivacious couple was fabulous. The joyous, glamorous, vivacious couple was fabulous. The joyous, 2 syllables, first syllable joy, 2 sounds, j, oi. Us, 2 sounds, s. Joyous, glamorous, 3 syllables, first syllable gla, 3 sounds, g, ul, a. More, 2 sounds, or. Us, 2 sounds, s. Glamorous, vivacious, 3 syllables, 2 sounds, v, I, 2 sounds, v, a, 3 sounds, sh, s. Vivacious, couple, 2 syllables, first syllable k, 2 sounds, k, pull, 2 sounds, p, ul. Couple was fabulous, 3 syllables, first syllable fa, 2 sounds, f, a. 2 sounds, b, u. Lus, 3 sounds, ul, s. Fabulous. The joyous, glamorous, vivacious couple was fabulous. Mark the words in this sentence. The joyous, glamorous, vivacious couple was fabulous. Sentence 7. I might not be 18, but I treasure bright, pleasant words. I might not be 18, but I treasure bright, pleasant words. I might not be 18. 2 syllables, first syllable a, 1 sound. Teen, 3 sounds, t, e, n. 18, but I treasure, and for spelling pronounce this treasure, 2 syllables, first syllable tre, 3 sounds, t, r, e. Zure, 3 sounds, z, u, Treasure, bright, 4 sounds, b, r, I, t. Bright, pleasant, and for spelling pronounce it pleasant, ple, 3 sounds, p, ul, e, zant, 4 sounds, z, a, n, t. Pleasant, words, 4 sounds, w, d, z, words. I might not be 18, but I treasure bright, pleasant words. Mark the words in this sentence. I might not be 18, but I treasure bright, pleasant words. Sentence 8. The man was deaf, but he had been taught how to sight read lips. The man was deaf, but he had been taught how to sight read lips. The man was deaf, 3 sounds, d, e, f, deaf, but he had been taught, 3 sounds, t, aw, t, taught, how to sight, 3 sounds, s, I, t, sight, read lips. The man was deaf, but he had been taught how to sight read lips. Mark the words in this sentence. The man was deaf, but he had been taught how to sight read lips. Sentence 9. My serious, gracious daughter will soon be ready for breakfast. My serious, gracious daughter will soon be ready for breakfast. My serious. Now for spelling, pronounce this 3-syllable word, cious. C has 2 sounds, s, e. R, 2 sounds, r, I. Us, 2 sounds, s. C, r, us. Gracious, 2 syllables. First syllable, gray, 3 sounds, g, r, a. Shus, 3 sounds, sh, s. Gracious. Daughter, 2 syllables. First syllable, daw, 2 sounds, d, aw. Ter, 2 sounds, t, daughter. Will soon be ready, 2 syllables. First syllable, re, 2 sounds, r, e. D, 2 sounds, d, e. Ready for breakfast. Now for spelling, pronounce it breakfast. Break has 4 sounds, b, r, e, k. Fast, 4 sounds, f, a, s, t. Breakfast. My serious, gracious daughter will soon be ready for breakfast. Mark the words in this sentence. My serious, gracious daughter will soon be ready for breakfast. And our last sentence. The ambitious search for treasure is fraught with vicious trouble. The ambitious search for treasure is fraught with vicious trouble. The ambitious, 3-syllable word, first syllable am, 2 sounds, a, b, 2 sounds, b, I. Shus, 3 sounds, sh, s. Ambitious, search for treasure. Treasure is a 2-syllable word, but pronounce it for spelling treasure. Tre has 3 sounds, t, r, e. Zure, 3 sounds, z, u, r. Treasure is fraught, 1 syllable, 4 sounds, f, r, a, t. Fraught with vicious, 2 syllables. First syllable, vi, 2 sounds, v, I. Shus, 3 sounds, sh, s. Vicious. Trouble, 2 syllables. First syllable, tra, 3 sounds, t, r, Bull, 2 sounds, b, ul. Trouble. The ambitious search for treasure is fraught with vicious trouble. Mark the words in this sentence. The ambitious search for treasure is fraught with vicious trouble. And this completes the dictation of sentences from Lesson 555.